First of all, I want to welcome everybody here tonight. I nearly didn't make it tonight. I literally forced myself out of bed. I was feeling really ill, but I also really care about my commitment to Wilson and commitment to everybody who registered for the webinar. So I'm here. I'm not on top form. Got a little bit of a cough, so excuse me if I cough in the presentation. Tonight, I'm going to be sharing with you some strategies that you can use to get started on Facebook right now. Some practical applications. We're going to be talking about how to go create your fan page, practical steps on what it is that you need to implement on your fan page to start making yourself stand out from everybody else. I'm going to be sharing with you some really cool tactics and strategies. I'd recommend everybody turns off their Skype and their instant messenger and email and all those distractions that stop us from making money in business. And first of all, just want to let you know a little bit about myself, because I think it's really important that you know who it is that you're learning from and if they're credible, and suggest whenever you're making presentations as well that you do exactly the same. And it's not done it doesn't come across to people from a place of arrogance that you're literally telling them that, why it is that they should listen to you. So first of all, I built up my own network with my business partner Ian David Chapman to 297,000 people on Facebook. We've built a high seven-figure business with Facebook being the foundation of that business. And we've also gone and used our strategies. We've had like over 1,200 students that were with us in the last round when we launched our crowd conversion training. And we've had like thousands now sign up in the last couple of weeks. Our students have had pretty amazing results. We've used it across different markets, from small to big, small startups to like big celebrities in the personal development space, like Tony Robbins, Yao Ming, the famous basketball player, John Colton, the world-famous copywriter, has got his team going through our program, Alex Mandossian in the internet marketing space, Mike Collins and Than Merrill in the real estate space, and many other niches. And I wanted to just begin. My little son wanted to join us on the webinar. He was with me a few minutes ago, and I forced him to go to bed, but I promised him that I'd say hi to everyone from him. So I'd like to start off with a little story. And there's two salesmen, and they go off to a country where they're hoping to go and sell their shoes. And they both get off the boat. It's a country where absolutely nobody's wearing shoes. One of the salesmen is really disappointed. He phones up head office. He says, forget about it. Put me on the first flight back. Complete waste of time. And the second guy gets on the phone and he says, put me onto the CEO right now. Get me everything that you've got. This is the biggest opportunity that I've ever seen in my life. So we're going through huge changes right now in the world, on the internet. And it's happening extremely fast and extremely quickly. And there's a big shift from the Web 1.0 world to the Web 2.0 world, and it's really important that everybody in business understand these shifts. Because over the last few months, a massive shift has gone and taken place, and it has made the world social, the web social, where we're taking our friends with us everywhere that we go. And the biggest player in this space that's facilitated this more than anybody else is Facebook, and it's connected us together on a global level. The big shift, or the biggest shift, is Web 1.0 was kind of one-way conversations. At the same time that Web 1.0 opened up the net so that we could start searching for stuff all over the world, and it gave consumers many more options. But it was a very sort of one-way communication, and people, crowds and communities didn't have the ability to go and communicate. Today that they do. And our customers now have the ability to go onto the internet and see what real people are saying about our products and services. So it doesn't help us anymore when we're saying that we're great. What's the most important thing is that the people in our marketplace are saying that we're great. And the world has become driven by users. What does this mean? It means that the crowds, the communities that are now existing on Facebook and in Web 2.0 are driving the marketplace. They are making demands on the marketplace that even the huge brands can't ignore anymore, and that's the biggest thing that we need to take notice of. Now, to some people, it's crushing them in business because they're not listening to the marketplace and they're getting bad feedback. But to those who are intelligent, they're looking at what the market wants and they're giving it to them, and that gives us the best data in business that we could ever have. The other big shift that we need to understand as well, Google versus Facebook, the Google days, that when somebody searched for us, that we would hope, they type something in, whatever it is that we were selling. If me, I'm a social media marketer, then you'd need to go and appear on page 1 of Google. But we'd never had a context for the people that were coming to us. All we knew was that they were searching for specific keywords. We didn't know who they were. Facebook now allows you to go and find people. You can go to them. You don't need to wait for them to come to you. And the second thing is that we've got data now that has never been available before in history on the biggest, most gigantic database of people that exists on the planet. It's accounting for 26% of the internet population of the world. And when we're marketing to these people, we can know what movies they like, what films they watch, you know, what football teams that they support. We can know if they're a CEO, whether they're married, they're engaged, what age they are. We've got a context for them, enabling us to go and deliver a message with pinpoint, laser-targeted accuracy. Most people get this wrong. We're going to talk about how to do this right. The other big shift is that today's currency is engagement, okay? And it's important to understand that right now that the search engines are changing their algorithms and taking into account Facebook's data. So when something's got a lot of great comments or likes, etc., now this is driving the results. And it's important for us to understand why this is important, the way the search engines work. They work by, they want to give you relevant data. Because if you go onto Google and you type something in and it's not relevant to what it is that you're looking for, if that happens enough times, you're not using Google. So they care what real people are saying. So the old school kind of search engine optimization, optimizing your page with keywords, etc., I'm not saying that it's died out, but now they're caring very much about what real people are saying about those websites, if it's relevant data or if it's not. So if the public are, you know, giving it the thumbs up, then that's something that Google and Bing are now caring about and incorporating into their results, which is huge. Now, in the last 6 months alone, a massive shift has gone and taken place because of Facebook. This is a news article from April the 21st of this year, when Mark Zuckerberg stood up and announced the launch of 1 billion like buttons that were going to be launched onto the internet within the space of 48 hours. And I want to show you what happened as a result. More than 1 million websites have integrated with the Facebook platform externally, and it's growing at an astounding rate of 10,000 websites every single day. Since that change, and most people are not aware of this, of what's happened, Facebook is now referring more traffic to websites than Google. But the big shift is this, that the relevant information is no longer coming to our customers primarily from search or to consumers from search. The main bulk of information, of that relevant information, is finding them by referral from their friends and fan pages using the Facebook plugins. And this is absolutely enormously huge. So plugins, fan pages, and referral from friends. So I hope that you're starting to begin to see what happens. You know, there's a massive opportunity here. A recent survey showed that the majority of consumers, 74% in the survey, rely on social networks to go and guide their purchase decisions. And this is the report of the survey. So what does that mean to us? It means that we can't sit around waiting for our customers to come to us anymore. We need to start being proactive and go to where they're at. And it only makes sense. You know, imagine that you're selling something, there's a huge stadium full of people in your market. We've got two choices, you know, hang out, you know, 2 blocks away and hope that they're going to find us, or go to the stadium and start giving them what it is that they're looking for. Now, Facebook has now got over 500 million registered users and a couple of 100 million like people using the website that are not registered, because you don't need to be a registered user if you want to go and have a look at a Facebook business page. Facebook's users are accounting for 26% of all the internet users in the world. They're spending 55 minutes per day on the platform. Now it's got to the stage where 1 in 4 internet page views in the US is on Facebook, and it's even higher in the UK. So obviously the most powerful thing that you can do is get your message in front of your market. And one of the most powerful ways that you can do that is using Facebook's business pages. Now, some people get a little bit confused between the concept of a business page and a fan page. They're the same thing. It's just an interchangeable term. Facebook actually officially changed the name to business pages, but people are still using, you know, the term fan page interchangeably. Now, one thing also that people kind of get confused with is the concept of your personal profile, which is only meant for you to basically add friends. You've got a maximum of 5,000 friends, versus having a business page. You don't need to set up a new Facebook account for your business. In fact, it's against their terms and conditions. So for your business, directly doing sales activity, if you do that from your personal account, you will end up getting your Facebook account banned. I mean, you know, if they catch on to you, if you get big popularity. You can market there, meaning to say you obviously can share your message, you can educate the market, etc., etc. But if you want to directly pitch, Facebook absolutely bans you from doing that commercial activity from your personal account. Now, you can create a fan page. If you've got a personal account, you can create your fan page / business page very, very easily. And if you're concerned and you don't want people to know that it's you doing it, you're marketing a brand and you don't want your face behind it, no one will actually know that you're the admin unless you choose to make that publicly known. Is everybody following me so far? Please type in yes into the chat if you're with me. Awesome. Okay, so let's learn something that you can practically apply. So the first thing is that right now that you're looking at the creation page, if you want, the first page that you get to in the wizard that Facebook takes you through when you want to create a fan page. Now, you can get to that, that link is facebook.com/pages/create.php. Now, on the left-hand side of the page, there's something called a community page, an option for a community page. On the right-hand side of the page is an official page, okay? You do not want to ever build a community page. They're not for marketing purposes, they're not for sales purposes, and basically, you know, Facebook pretty much basically control those pages. You don't have the control. Now, on the right-hand side of the page is the option for an official page, and that's exactly what it is that you want to go for. Now, there are three options, as you can see here, for your page, and depending what it is that you are, you've got local business, a brand, product, or organization is the middle choice, and the bottom choice is being an artist, a band, or a public figure. Now, each of those has got different options. You know, for example, I don't know, if you choose to be a local business, it will pull out a drop-down menu, and you can choose if you're a cafe, a restaurant, etc., etc. Now, for cafes and restaurants or local businesses, they ask you for your opening times and all that kind of stuff, which is obviously not relevant if you are a public figure, an artist, or etc. So I advise you to play around with the options and just create a dummy page or a couple of dummy pages, and that way you'll be able to go see all of the different options and choose whichever, you know, fits you best. Now, it's important that you get this right from the beginning, especially with the naming of your page, and it's one of the most important aspects of creating your page, because once you've got to 100 likes on your page, you cannot change the name unless you know people in Facebook, okay? That helps in my case, but it doesn't help in most people's cases, so we need to get that name right. So what is it that we need to think about when we're naming our page? Well, first of all, we need to think in terms of keywords when naming your Facebook business page. Choose an engaging headline as well. So, for example, in our case, we chose crowd conversion, transforming your business through social currency, which has got an immediate benefit to it. So think always in terms of benefit. And think about this, that, you know, the name that you choose and the headline that you choose is often going to decide when your stuff is shared from your page in people's news feeds. If they click that share button, that tagline, if it's got a benefit in it, it's going to encourage people to come back to your page and like your page and subscribe to your notifications in their newsfeed. So your name should describe what it is that you do, and the biggie, bigger than actually anything, is the benefits that you bring people. And this is the one thing people mostly fall down in. They don't think in terms of benefits. So your name needs to specifically refer to your business or you as a person. That is a Facebook rule, okay? If you use generic terms like chocolate or something like that, you make it too vague, Facebook will basically take your page and turn it into a community page at a later date, and that effectively means that they will swipe your page from you and you will lose your ability to go and message your audience, okay? Does everybody understand that? Am I clear? This is a very, very important point. Please type yes into the chat if you are, if you're with me. We got a bunch of yeses. Awesome. We got a bunch of yeses coming in. So let me give you an example. This is one of our students, and Facebook made this change fairly recently, by the way. It used to be that you could own these, you know, terms like chocolate and all that kind of stuff. So this was one of our students called Jane Savoy, and I actually asked the head of mobile marketing in Facebook what his recommendation was based on the new rules. So they actually said here, change the name Solve Horseback Riding Fears to Solve Horseback Riding Fears by Jane Savoy. This was actually his own recommendation, and she changed the name of her page accordingly. So that's a good example for you to go and learn from, hopefully. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to go and create your page, and I wanted to show you a way that you can go and do it in under 5 minutes. Because you can have a custom landing page where people go and land on that page, and it's kind of like having your own mini kind of web page within Facebook that looks nice and fancy, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So if you go, there's a website, you want to write this down, and it's called northsocial.com. They've got a whole bunch of really, really cool applications, video players, sweepstakes, Twitter feed, RSS feed, all that kind of stuff. But one of the applications which is really cool is called Sign Up, okay? And it enables you to go and write whatever it is that you want about yourself, and you can have a custom landing page. This is what it looks like on Facebook. And you can have an email capture form there as well, so that you can go and say, hey, come join my page. You know, I'll give you a free report if you like my page and you put your email address in or whatever it is. I'll give you a free report and send it off to you in the post. And doing this obviously allows you to go and build your email list so that you can market to them using email marketing as well. Now I wanted to give you a couple of other options as well. These are some cool custom fan page creators. We're going to have a look at a couple of custom fan pages in a minute. This is another one, and it's called facebooktabsite.com, and it gives you this kind of WYSIWYG editor. It's pretty easy to use. You can just type in the text, whatever it is that you want, upload your images, play around with a look at the page, and literally within the space of just a few minutes that you can knock up your own custom landing page, which is really cool. You know, for those of us that are not techies, we can just go and do that in the space of just a few minutes. Now, why are these Facebook pages important? You know, what's the biggie? Why should I go and pay attention to this? You know, a lot of people ask me. Well, first of all, that the average Facebook user is a member of a number of different Facebook pages. And to date, that Facebook pages have now produced 5.4 billion people joining those business pages. It's a humongous number. Some people say to me, well, how can it be 5.4 billion if there's 500 million people using the platform? Like I said before, because the average person, you know, has subscribed to a number of different pages. The bottom line is that, you know, people are expressing an interest to interact with the brands that they're buying from. And it's not just huge businesses using it. There's 1.5 million local businesses using Facebook business pages too. I want to share with you a study that was done that really kind of is pretty mind-blowing. They did an interview. They interviewed, I think it was for an average of 20-odd minutes, 4,000 people that had actually, you know, they were consumers of all these different brands. There was about 20 brands or something like that involved in the study. And they found some pretty incredible results. First of all, they found that the fans involved within the study that was spending an average of $71.84 per year more than non-fans. They found that the fans are 28% more likely to go and stick to your brand, and they found that fans are 41% more likely to recommend your products to their friends. Now, here's a graph of the study that was done. These are all the different brands that were involved. And in many cases, they found that fans were spending double the amount than non-fans. Now, not only that, we found across the board when we surveyed all of our students that had gone and started putting up fan pages and following the strategies that we teach inside of our course, they also found that their fans were spending more money than the people like just on their email lists that were just email subscribers as well. Now, I know that some of the people on this call said they have to leave early, and they wanted to find out how they can go and get more training and find out about a promotion that we're doing. So very quickly, if anybody has to leave early, if you go to crowdconversion.com/Wilson, you'll find out more about our training and how to go take this to the next level. Now, moving on, I want to share with you some great implementable strategies right now. And one of them is a case study from one of our students called Jane Savoy, the one that we mentioned before, that changed the name of her fan page. Now, one of the things that was remarkable about her is that she's a complete technophobe. She's, you know, phobic even of using SMS. But she's built a booming business around her Facebook community. Now, before we spoke about Facebook, a custom landing tab on your fan page. So instead of people just landing on your wall, they land on this custom landing tab. Now, first of all, that you'll notice over here, she built a huge community of 26,834 fans in the space of 1 year. And she's got a hugely engaged community. I'm going to speak to you a little bit about why and how you can go and take those same kind of strategies. But notice here one thing at the top of the page. Okay? She's got an image at the top of the page. So most people do this, and they do this on websites as well. But on the fan pages, the same kind of principle applies. Her image here is the right image to go and use because her image is of the goal of her audience. What's the goal of her audience? The name of her, it's actually the name of her book, Solve Horseback Riding Fears. Well, what do her audience want? They want to know how to confidently ride a horse. And a lot of the people in her target market have fallen off horses. They're very, very scared to get back on one. So she's showing them in the picture the goal that they are after, which is to confidently sit on a horse. Now, what do most people do? They'll put a picture of themselves there and the name of their brand at the top. Now, the name of her brand has an implicit benefit to everybody landing there. So it's appropriate to use the name of her brand there because it gives them an immediate benefit. If the name of your brand doesn't have any implicit benefit in it, I don't know, just let's say the name of someone's brand is Bubbles, and let's say they're in the clothing industry. There's no benefit there. No one cares about the name of our brand at all, unless there's a benefit in the name. So we don't want to use the name of our brand in that top part of the page because it's the primary piece of real estate that people are landing on from the word go. Now, what about an image? No one wants to see an image of us in that place. There's no benefit to that. Unless you're selling ice cream and you've got a picture of a delicious looking ice cream, then that's fine. But the image needs to go and give people, when they look at it, an immediate solution to what it is they're looking for. Everybody about what I'm saying. Everybody understands, because this is what most people really struggle with.
Hey Robert, we've lost your audio. In case you can hear me, we can no longer hear him. So, folks, let's just give him a minute to get back on there. Ian, do you have a way to contact Robert offline? All right, folks. Yeah, we know there's an audio problem. Robert may be having a connection issue. So just hang in there with us, and he'll be back very shortly.
I just pinged him on Skype, so he should be back on in a moment.
Okay, great. Yeah, maybe he lost his voice because he's sick. That's funny. Yeah, hopefully he'll be right back on. So what do you guys think so far? Pretty interesting stuff, right? I hope that, oh great, Roger just says, Wilson, this is great content. Absolutely. I hope you guys are taking notes, and I will send out the recording within the next 48 hours or so. Some of the stuff that he's shown you so far may be a little bit subtle, but very important, like the concept of this picture. I see this so often on websites and business pages where people will put a picture of themselves or some irrelevant picture there, and that just doesn't add any value. So think about the things that you post, what value it's adding to your brand, to your product, and to entice your customer to follow you and then purchase from you. So lots of little tidbits here that I hope you make use of, and he's got a lot more to come. So things like, don't ever pick a community page, which page types to pick, and the title of the page. Wow, that was very eye-opening for me, because I haven't done anything like this myself yet, and so this was really important. Yeah, Ken says he wants to put anything but himself on the page as far as the picture goes, 'cause that's scary. Can you go back a few pages to review, Rosette? It's on Robert's computer, so I can't do anything right now because he's offline. Can a user have more than one page, John? Yes, John. You can create as many business pages as you want. Ian, do you know if there's a top limit on that?
You can create as many business pages as you like. You can only join up to 500. But if you're the admin, you can have as many as you want.
Great. Seems a lot like SEO. There's a lot of SEO benefit here too, Kent. I know that Robert is not really covering SEO. He's covering more the social media aspect, but there's a lot of SEO tie-ins to your Facebook business pages.
Yeah, huge.
Huge, yeah, huge.
Google and Bing are actually indexing Facebook pages and looking for comments and likes and shares.
Yeah.
So that's how they're actually rating stuff in the search
Yeah,
engine.
exactly. And I'm pretty sure Robert's going to talk a little bit about that. I'm not sure if he will or not, but he did tell me about that when we talked. Some say you need to put your picture because you do people do business with people. You know, graphics and images are good, but look at the page that's on the screen right now. That is a picture of her. She's got herself on the video, etc. It's probably her, I'd imagine, on the horse, but it's not just a bad screen, headshot of herself. It is she's showing herself on the horse, which is, like Robert said, the state that her customers want to get to. They want to be on top of the horse. So that's a very enticing picture. Now, there are definitely places where you're going to want a picture of yourself. You know, when Robert was introducing himself at the beginning, he put a picture of himself so you could imagine the person that was speaking with you. I have that on my sales pages. I have that in lots of places, on my blog, etc. So absolutely there are places where you are going to want a picture of yourself. But remember, if this is a business page or you're promoting a product, think of what your customer is going to be more connected with for posting. And if you're doing a picture of yourself as a public speaker, and you want to be in front of a crowd and take a picture of yourself in front of a crowd, that's a great thing.
I'm back. Apologize for
All
that.
right.
I was talking to myself probably for 5 minutes.
Wow. Do we have your connection, your screen? Can you move your slides up?
Yeah, if you give me screen control.
Yeah, I have to give you screen control again. So
sorry about that, everyone.
Organizer first.
I gave away my best. Hold on one sec. Here we go.
Okay, you should be back now as organizer and presenter.
Here we go. Okay, cool. Okay, let's jump on back to the PowerPoint. Here we go. Okay, awesome. Sorry about that, guys. I lost connection in the middle. Okay, so moving on.
We don't
to show you the
yet,
growth
Robert.
that she had.
Right, there we go. Now we're good.
Okay, cool. So her growth, that when she started off, she started taking one strategy at a time, and this is one of the big things. There's so much information out there. The big thing is just take one strategy, implement that strategy, execute the strategy. Once that starts to work, then you move on to the next. And that was one thing. She's kind of very methodical like that and had the patience to do that. But you can see the enormous growth that she had by literally just taking herself and pacing herself. Now I wanted to go and show everyone exactly how we use this in our business and with our clients. Now, as many of you may know, we just did a recent launch of our brand new product, and I wanted to show you the results, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is that we did as well to get these kind of results. Now, where you see registrations on the screen, this is a screenshot of our shopping cart tracking / affiliate backend, and it tracks all the clicks, how many people arrive and register, etc., and how many people purchase. So you can see we've got 3,177 people registering and giving their emails. Next to it on the left side it says unique registration clicks. That's the amount of people that actually landed on that registration page. And you can see that 41.3% of people actually opted in and gave their email address to go see our videos. And as a result of that, 2,428 people landed on our sales page, and 152 of them bought. Now that's a sales conversion of 6.3%. And that is a very, very high conversion percentage, especially considering sorry, what I didn't tell you is that this is all from the viral traffic. We had obviously affiliates promoting us as well. But this 10,000 code that I did here was all from viral traffic that was generated using Facebook in our whole strategy, which was extremely powerful. And it was particularly powerful and exciting for us because, you know, $152,000 in sales from free traffic, you know, just by implementing a couple of strategies that I'm going to show you right now. So, you know what, let me go and just jump over onto the website because I want to show you specifically on the website exactly what it is that we did. And I'm going to start off with the Facebook Comments plugin, which I'm going to show you in just a second. Over here we've got it. So here is the page that people landed on once they've given their email address. Now, underneath the video you can see a like button here. But guess what? This is a like button. And it's using one of the Facebook plugins which is called a like box. This is a like button that subscribes people to my fan page, not a regular like button, so it's a like box. Okay, write that one down. It's extremely powerful, I'll tell you why. Because this goes and builds out my fan page. And why is that so powerful? Because not only have I got their email addresses, now I've also able to go and communicate with people in their Facebook news feeds. So we've got two channels of communication here as well. Now in the top right-hand side of the screen, we had a regular Facebook like button, okay? So you can see over here we have 1,569 people like this specific video. Now, I want to show you something that when I click this like button just here, hopefully it will pop up. Oops, here we go. It says share this on Facebook and it allows me to make a comment. So, loved this video. When I make that comment over there and I go and post it, I'm not going to do it now because people think, you know, he's being a bit obnoxious saying that he loved his own video. But what's the power of this? I'm going to show you in a second. It gets shared with my network of friends. But there's one thing that I want to tell you. If I don't make the comment, it does not get shared with my entire network of people in their news feeds. It's very important you understand that. So you need to incentivize people to make that comment. It's really important that you tell them to do so and give them a reason why. Now you could turn around and say, hey, when 1,000 people go and comment on this video and they click the like button and comment, I'm going to be sharing the next video or something like that. You need to incentivize people to go and comment. Because if you don't, people won't. If you don't tell them what you want to do and you don't give them a benefit, they're not going to take action. So, two things. Like button for the fan page, like button for this video. Now what happens when they click that like button and they post, now a clickable link that takes them back to my email capture form takes all of their friends there. Okay, it's very, very important that you understand this because you're starting to build your email list as well. Now underneath the video, we also had the Facebook Comments plugin, as you can see here. And I was incentivizing people to go and comment. I wanted them to click the like button under the video, the one in the top right, and also go to make a comment. Now as you can see, we had like tons and tons of comments here, and I'm going to show you the difference between the Facebook Comments plugin and the regular blog commenting plugin. What's the difference? Okay, first of all, one of them had 1,768 posts under this video, and the regular blog commenting plugin had 1,043. What's the difference? Okay, first of all, over here on the regular blog comment, they've got to give their email address. So you're asking them to do something which could be a little bit uncomfortable for people. What, again, you're going to ask me for the email address? I just gave it to you 2 minutes ago. And it feels a bit weird for a lot of people. Second of all, automatically you don't get the person's picture unless they've got an avatar on the internet, like this guy over here does. But Patty Hibbert over here doesn't, okay? The blog comment plugin, it's not viral. Nobody else sees it except for the person arriving afterwards. Guess what? All of these guys, all of their pictures are here because they're logged into Facebook, which most people are. They spend 55 minutes a day on the platform, logging in 4 times a day. They can add a comment, again, loved this video, and guess what? They can post it to their profile again, getting me viral exposure for this specific video. People come back and guess what? They opt into my list because you can't just get to the video page without opting in. Once again, I'm building my list. It feels like a warm environment. But who are the most likely people to go and click on that link once I've shared it? People like Ian, okay, because he respects my opinion. He's my business partner. He's following me. So I'm going to get a targeted person coming back there. They're going to see all of this massive social proof. It doesn't look like an empty restaurant. It looks like a packed, busy place, and it makes me look like
Hey Robert, we're losing you again. Sounds like you're having an audio issue again. Or maybe he got disconnected. Ian, I think you got to do your magic again and call Robert again. He might have gotten disconnected again.
Okay, I'll give him a ping.
Sorry about this, folks. Sometimes we can't help the internet connection issues. I had one today. I was down for an hour in my office, and it was just painful. So what questions do you guys have? Start typing the questions
if you want,
so we can...
Before Robert comes back. Yeah, I noticed somebody asking about the Facebook plugin for WordPress. That was one that I noticed. I didn't answer that. One of the best Facebook WordPress plugins is Simple Facebook Connect by Otto. If you Google that, you can find that.
So this is pretty powerful stuff. You know, what Robert was explaining here was when I first saw this, I'm like, oh my God! Just the difference between the Facebook comments versus the blog comments is just huge. Because on the blog comments, people actually have to go to your blog and go down to the comments area and look at the comments. Whereas on the Facebook comments, if somebody leaves a comment, that goes out to their entire network, to all of their friends, and they see that in their news feeds that so-and-so just commented on a specific page or video or whatever, and they're compelled to click on it because if a friend of theirs commented on it, I mean, we've all done it. You see something in from a friend, he commented on it. If it's a nice looking title, whatever it might be, somebody else is gonna click on it. So there's a great way to do this. Kent, yes, there are WordPress plugins to do this. So he's sharing some of this stuff with you today. Is that like box displaying the Facebook comment on the site? Yeah. So these are comments that people have left on the site, but these comments will also show up in their walls and their news feeds. Okay, looks like Robert might be coming back. Or maybe he was just talking and he's still changing the screens there.
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me?
All right,
now?
you're back. Okay, you got to go back a couple of slides and finish your talk on the plugins.
Okay. Where did you lose me?
You were explaining, I believe, the plugin on the top right. You might want to go through and recap kind of what you're saying, the whole thing.
Okay. I apologize. It's so embarrassing. I don't know why I'm having internet issues today. Okay, so on the top right-hand side, did everybody catch me when I said the like button underneath the video is called a like box for my fan page? So it subscribes them to the fan page? Did everybody catch that?
Can you go back a screen as well, Robert? We're seeing the if you're not using social plugins, you're wasting a huge opportunity.
Okay, can you see my screen now? Back on the
yes,
on the internet page. Okay. Did everybody catch the like box underneath the video? This like button that subscribes people to your fan page, okay? It does not just like the video, it enables you now to go broadcast to them in the news feed. Is everybody following me so far? Again, I'm so embarrassed, I really, really apologize. Please type in yes if you're following me. Awesome, okay. So this like button is different to the one in the top right-hand side of the screen. Okay, let me just delete that little post there. Okay, the like button in the top right-hand side of the screen is going to share a link back to this specific page, whereas the like button under the video does not. When I click this like button under the video, it then subscribes me to Crowd Conversion's fan page. Okay, which means Crowd Conversion can now communicate with me into my newsfeed every day. And not only that, but when I click this like button, all my friends are going to see that I have liked Crowd Conversions fan page and give them a suggestion to go and join. Now the like button in the top right hand side sends a link back to this specific web page, but only, I'm going to click like now. When I click like now, it opens a pop-up box and it says share it on Facebook with a comment. Only if I make a comment is it going to go and share this with all of my friends in their newsfeed. So if I type in here, awesome video, great tips on FB marketing, okay? Everyone's going to think I'm being obnoxious. When they receive this in the newsfeed, they won't realize I'm doing it for a demo. But, okay, now when I press post, okay, that has gone and shared that with my entire network of friends on Facebook. And it's got a clickable link back to the website, so they will actually land on an email capture form. Okay, is everybody following me right now? Because you can't watch this video without going and give your email address, the way that we've set it up. But if they don't leave the comment, you are not going to get people. It's not going to get the exposure to everyone's news feeds. They must leave the comment for it to get shared with all of their friends. Is everyone following me so far?
So Robert, I think we had a little bit of confusion as to why the two buttons, since they look the same. Are they different plugins? And why do you have both of them? Can you explain a little bit of that?
Yes. Different functions. This function over here is going to get them subscribed to my fan page. Okay? It doesn't drive any traffic back to this specific website. It drives them back to my fan page. It makes them like my page. When somebody likes your page, it enables you to go and broadcast to them in the news feed afterwards. Okay?
So Robert, this is the equivalent then of somebody subscribing to your mailing list, kind of. Right?
It enables, let me go and show exactly what happens.
Perfect.
Okay? Let's see. I'm going to click the like button over here. Okay? I've just liked it here. Now let me go back onto Facebook now. See if this works. Oops. Where's my browser? Here we go. Where's my browser? It's gone. Let me go back onto Facebook and I want to show you what's happened. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to facebook.com. Let's go to my profile. Okay? First of all, you're going to see two things. Remember that I click the like button on the top right-hand corner video. Okay, remember the top right-hand side, I click that like button, remember that? Look on my page now. There's a clickable link here back to the video that has been shared with my friends because it's got a comment. Here's my comment, awesome video, great tip on FB marketing. Okay, but now that I liked the page, when I go and log into facebook.com, it's going to be all of the page's updates are in my news feed. Okay, and my friends have seen that I liked the page as well. It's gone out to Ian. It's probably in Ian's newsfeed right now. Wilson, if we're connected on Facebook, they've seen that too. Okay? Does everybody understand and follow me what I'm saying here? Here's our fan page. Okay? Here's the Crowd Conversion fan page. Every time that they go and post from this fan page, let's say, okay, on an awesome training with Wilson Matos. If I go and share that now, okay, let me just go and do something. I just want to share it with, I'm going to share that from my fan page. Okay, let's share. Now I want you to see what happens. Go back to my news feed now. Because I click the like button under the video, it's going to show up in my news feed in just a second. The page is just refreshing. So you have to understand, this button underneath the video, the like button that you saw for the fan page, that subscribed me to the news feed of the page. This button up here shared a clickable link back to the video to everybody in my friends network. Is everyone clear? Am I making sense? Can they still hear me?
So
have I been cut off?
It's getting clear. You're getting there. So you chose where you wanted to put those buttons, right?
Correct.
And you might have, like, for example, if you wanted to, on the top right, you could have put a heading on top of that saying, click here to share this with your friends. Click here to share it on Facebook. You could have put a heading on top of that to make it a little bit more clear as to what the distinction was. You could even have put your offer there, right? Like, if you like this, and when 1,000 people like this, I'm going to give that free video away.
You could do. I mean, I gave an incentive in a different way, but yes, that would be a great place to go and stick it if you wanted to. I did stuff in the video, but
right, exactly. So for folks, he explained in the video what he wanted folks to do, and so that's part of the missing link I think that people are getting here is you did it in the video. You told them which button to go click. If you didn't have a video, you could have done something else on the page to make it more clear which one you wanted them what you wanted them to do.
Yeah, except it's such an innocuous activity to just click that like button underneath. At least the one underneath is very visible.
Right.
And I also ran a competition, and I rewarded people for sharing on Facebook. I'm not going to go into that now because we don't have much time. Sorry, because I got cut off before, but I want to zip through because we've got some important content to share. Now, underneath, we've got the comments plugin, okay? Again, you can go post this, and you can post it to your to Facebook as well, so that people in your network will see the comment plugin. Now, why is this so powerful? First of all, you see people's faces here, okay? So what happens if, I don't know, Wilson leaves a comment underneath here? Or if Wilson clicks the like button up there, I'm going to see his face. It's a very warm feeling because as you can see over here, I see Ian's face, I see Tom's face. I know these guys, okay? Because it shows me the people in my network first. So straight away, the first thing that someone sees when they arrive on my video is familiar faces because they're just responding to that link being shared. So they clicked on the link, then they see their friend, they see a comment with an endorsement of that video arriving on Facebook. Hey, check this out. Wow, it's got awesome Facebook marketing tips. When they arrive here, they see tons of faces underneath of people who are commenting and saying they love the video. And I want to show you the difference between the two plugins. Above is the Facebook comments plugin. Below is the regular blog commenting plugin. This one, if I want to go and add a comment, I've got to put my email address in, my name. It's a pain in the butt. I've got to do it again. But you don't see faces here. Unless, like this guy, Stephen Hickey, he's got something called an avatar. I'm not going to go into what that is right now. But he's got an avatar because he's uploaded his picture already onto the internet prior to that. These guys are just, faceless people. It could be anyone. Over there, these guys are real people. I mean, you see pictures of people, and it creates a buzz around your whole page that you don't get from the regular blog commenting plugin. Is everybody following me so far? Please type in yes into the chat if you are. Awesome. Amazing. Everyone can hear me. Yay. Okay, so let's move on. I hope that you're starting to understand. Think about the figures that you just saw. 6.3 conversions on the sales page, $154,000 in sales from a list that isn't like massive, just a little over 3,100 and something. That's a huge amount of sales for traffic that I didn't pay for. Understand this, because I used those plugins in the right way. I didn't pay for this traffic. You have to understand. It's free cash. That if I didn't have that in place, I'm leaving cash on the table. Now, why is it so powerful? 130 friends, okay? So each time that they share that with their network, it's getting to an extra 130 people. If 500 people go and share that, guess what? You're getting exposure to 65,000 extra people, and you're drawing in a crowd of connected people because it's friends of friends. They either know each other directly or through a friend of a friend. You're pulling in crowds of people, and if you want to be successful in your marketing in, this is 21st century, the one word that you need to become obsessed with is crowd. We want to bring in crowds of people who know each other, because that builds your community immediately into a safe and warm environment. When you see the pictures of your friends on that page, you see their comments, you see that they're participating in the conversation. It's enormously, enormously powerful. And one of the most overlooked things in the sales process, in this whole process, is the progression that we need to go take people through. And a lot of people kind of miss this out, they get this wrong. But having a well-structured sales process, a correct progression, lets you go and win even when the Google space is so expensive, it's so competitive. In this space, you can still win because it is a wide open field. So let's go and talk about the lead generation strategy to start off with. How you drive traffic. So you can have paid traffic, you can do Facebook ads, you can have free viral traffic in the way that we just showed, or you can also have joint venture traffic too. You can go to people who've got, let's say, a Facebook group, or they've got a Facebook fan page and say, hey, I've got a great product, promote me and I'll split with you, or promote me and I'll promote you back, etc., etc. Now let's have a look at the lead attractors that you need to use in order to start incentivizing people to like your page, to join your email list, etc. So first of all, we need to think about our initial point of contact. What is that? So first of all, the Facebook fan page, okay? On my fan page, just like Jane Savoy's page, as you saw before, someone can come and land on a custom landing tab instead of just the wall. And it's particularly powerful because if they land on the wall, there might be some random content on there. You get to decide with your custom landing tab, what it is that people see first, because you want to put your best foot forward from the word go. Give them an incentive to go and join you. So we've got your landing tab, your custom landing tab. The first point of contact as well can be your website, as you just saw just now. That was my website. Or, like we said before, that it could be by email referral if you want. People can send. Let's say somebody's got an email list. Let's say Wilson's got an email list. He could send his subscribers to my email list, to my website. They go give their email address, they opt in, and then they go watch my video, and then they click on the like button, they leave a comment, etc., etc. Okay? Is everybody clear and following me so far? It's really important that you get this. Please type in yes into the chat if you're with me. Hopefully everyone can still hear me. Wilson, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
Yes, awesome. Okay. I was getting worried there for a second. Okay, so what do we do? How do we incentivize people to like our page? Most people are so dumb. They say, hey, like my page here, and they put this arrow pointing up to the like button. They don't tell people why. Why the hell should I like your page? I'm giving you the privilege of messaging me in my newsfeed, and you're just not even giving me a reason why. That's like saying, hey, let me take the key to your house. Well, why? No thanks. So we need to incentivize people to do stuff. So if we want to get people to opt into our email list from the fan page or on our website, or if we want them to click that like button to join the fan page, well, we want to give them a free video, an MP3 perhaps, an ebook, an e-course, Facebook notes that you can give them as well, and tell them about great Facebook notes they're going to get. You can give them a free report. You can run competitions, incentivize them to join a competition. You can give coupons away as well there, or you could give a webinar or a teleseminar just like we're doing right now. Now, one of the things is, your lead magnets have to have a benefit to people. Don't say, sign up to my newsletter. This is what most stupid people do. No one's interested in signing up in our newsletter. It needs to be, here's a free report that's going to tell you the 5 things that you need to know about buying an air conditioning unit, or whatever it is that you do, about buying a car, the best choices that you make. In my case, I'm selling information, so the best choices you need to know in order to market yourself and be successful on Facebook. There has to be a benefit there. Or, like my page and you're going to get a coupon, or you're going to be entered into a prize draw, or something along those lines. Now, your lead magnets must be, A, easy to understand. Preferably something that's going to give them rapid results. Human beings can't think into the future very well, okay? So rapid results right now. It has to have a high perceived value. It needs to give them an incentive to go and share or join or like the page. You want to go and tease people to want more. So you give them a piece of information and you open up something in their mind like, wow, this is cool, I want to see more. Okay? Always do that in every communication that you ever have with your prospects or customers. Give them something that's going to incentivize them, that it's a taster, it's a starter, so they want more. There always has to be another, like the main course on the dessert, that kind of thinking. And by doing what you're doing, whatever it is that you give away, you must build trust with people and you must demonstrate your competence. Okay? At the very beginning of this presentation, I told you my credentials, that gives me the right to be teaching you. You must do the same. But when you frame it, tell them, I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this to try and show off. I'm doing this to go and establish my credentials with you so that you know that you're listening to a person you can trust. Is everybody with me so far? Can everyone hear me? Please type in yes into the chat. Awesome. Okay, cool. Are you finding this useful? Please type in useful if you're finding this useful into the chat. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay. So the next thing is, I want to talk to you about the progression model. What's the progression that we need to go and take people through? What do we need to do here? Okay, this is really great stuff. On Facebook, people have got ADD. In fact, on the internet in general, they've got ADD. They don't have, they have the ability to concentrate for more than minutes. We've got to grab their attention in a few seconds. So what's the best way to go and do so? Give away tons of free tips. Short, free tips. You can do it in video. You can knock up a PowerPoint like this. You can get Camtasia or ScreenFlow or Jing, which is a free video recording platform, software. Even a dummy can go use it. Hit record and just record a tip. And you can do a voiceover on it. Here's a great tip for Facebook marketing today. Okay? Go and check out the like button and go stick it on your website. Boom, end of tip. Great tip. And say if you want more tips like this, go back to, and you can give them a link to your fan page, or you can give them a link to your website, whatever it is that you want. Whet people's appetites for more all the time. Now also you want to increase the intimacy with your prospects and fans. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But what some people do is they'll start off, they'll create a great bond and connection and then just disappear. So how do we do this? So we want to start off by doing posts on the page. Okay? We post on our fan page, hopefully people share it. And, we want to get people and drive them back into our email list as we saw before. We saw Jane Savoy's email capture form. And then if you want to, once they're there, you can communicate to them with video because that's obviously more intimate, or audio. It's a slightly more intimate thing than, just a communication, which is just text. So you want to take them through a progression. So here's some of the progressions that you can take people through. So the first thing, they like your fan page. They like your fan page. And by the way, there's something that you can do. We don't have time really to go into this second, but there's something called fan page protected content. Okay, so if they go and like your page, then you can give them a video which is only available to your fans. So the first thing is they like your page, they get your fan page protected content, then they join your email list and they get a free report. And this is getting people to go through a progression, and they're making a kind of a commitment and taking a step forward towards you, which guess what? Each step they make and take towards you, they're more likely to go and trust you and want to build a relationship with you and get your products and services. Excuse me. The next kind of step towards you is they leave a comment. Encourage people to leave comments on your content. You can give status updates to people from your fan page. You can share, just like I did, on a cool webinar with Wilson Matos. And the next thing you can do is share links. You can share videos and notes. Like I said before, if you want to, you can go do a webinar or a teleseminar or an event, and you can build great rapport with people. You don't have to, but it's a great way to communicate with people. But it's important that you're consistently communicating with them, and that you're asking them to go and take steps towards you that show their commitment to you. And that ultimately, obviously, is going to bring them closer to you and closer to a sale. And last but not least, you can ask people for a testimonial, and obviously that's the ultimate commitment to you. They're saying, hey, wow, loved Robert's product, it was amazing, and it got me great results. And obviously that's the biggest commitment that someone can give to you. Once they've given you a testimonial, they're 20 times more likely to buy from you again or listen to your recommendations. Now, before I spoke to you about fan page protected content. So I wanted to show you an example of a fan page which is belongs to the guys over, our friends over at Mind Movies. And as you can see here, this is a really good page to model. It's got a warning sign at the very top, so it captures your attention, and it tells you that your life will change as a result of receiving and watching this video. Okay, and what stands out straight away, Bob Proctor finally reveals the #1 practical step-by-step blueprint for attracting anything you want in your life. Immediate benefit, okay? But first you must like this page. So you go up to the top, you click the like button, guess what? You get the video immediately. So that's a great thing to go and model. Now another thing that you can model as well if you want to incentivize people, you can have exclusive fan offers, offers just for your fans. So you can say, hey, if you like my page, you're going to get exclusive offers on this fan page to get cheap blah, whatever it is that you sell. Excuse me. So you can get that from northsocial.com again. Okay, and it's called their Fan Offer app. Write that one down. It's another great incentive to go and give to people. Now, the last but not least, the important thing is the follow-up process. So many people, they'll get someone liking their page or they'll join their email list. They don't even communicate with them afterwards. So obviously, you need to communicate regularly with people via email or via the newsfeed, by your status updates. They join your page. You can communicate to them and send them a message out to their newsfeeds. You could have a newsletter, an autoresponder sequence if you want in place from your email. So day 1, they get a message. Day 2, they get a different message, etc., etc. And then finally, you're sharing great tips and strategies or whatever it is and educating them. And you could have a newsletter, video messages, blog posts, Facebook notes. And then finally, once you've gone and had a couple of contacts with them, you need to earn the right to pitch. You can't just pitch people. You have to earn the right to pitch. So you need to first give them something of value that's going to benefit them. And then obviously, once you've done that, then you've earned the right to go and make the sale. When you follow this progression, it results in great, incredible viral traffic. By the way, the traffic that I showed you in the case study of my launch now was the highest converting traffic, more than all of my JV partners. The people promoting us were not small people, okay? I mean, they were getting great results, but this was even better. Some of the biggest, internet marketers in the world were promoting our launch, and that viral traffic got the best conversions out of anything that anyone had ever seen. People were blown away. So if you follow this strategy that I've just kind of shown you, this is, I wanted to give you a taste of what's in my course. I'm following my own, the blueprint with you now. I wanted to show you and give you an example because guess what? Instead of asking somebody to trust you without demonstrating value to them, give them value first. Show them that you've got something really useful. Give them something that they can take away even if they don't buy your product. Because guess what? If you give them great value, even if they don't buy your product, they're going to tell their friends about you. There's no reason that they wouldn't. That's how I built up my network at the beginning, just by adding value, and it results ultimately in a great relationship, and it builds the sale. And last but not least, once they've bought from you, well, guess what? You can have one of the Facebook plugins at the end and say, hey, if you go and enter your email address here, I'm going to put you into a prize draw, okay? And if you go and share with your friends, just that you bought the product and you're really excited about it. And then guess what happens? You recycle your traffic and you draw their friends back into your funnel. So they come back and join your fan page and they join your email list. Now fly through this very, very quickly. These are let's recap what we've just learned, the 3 ways to go and stand out and start leveraging Facebook for your business. So the first thing we said, build and enhance your business page using the techniques that we just shown you, a custom landing page, and giving people an incentive to like your page and join your email list. Use lead magnets to go and increase your fan page and build your list, giving them an incentive, okay, to join you. And the third one is to use the Facebook social plugins to go and integrate your marketing strategy. Now, for those of you who want to find out about how you can go and learn more about this and how to go take this to the next level, with your permission, I'm going to be letting people know a little bit about the Crowd Conversion 3.0 training that we just put together, a brand new training that kind of takes this to a whole new level and gives you the step-by-step strategies so that you can go and start implementing this into your business. So for those of you that want to know more about it, feel free to go stay on, and I'm going to be talking about that right now. So I'm going to talk to you about Crowd Conversion 3.0 and most importantly what it can do for you and your business. And we've designed the whole course so that you can go and leverage Facebook's 500 million users and the Facebook social plugins to go and start driving free traffic, to go build a warm and responsive email list, and to attract a crowd of fans, customers, and repeat buyers. And by the way, as a result of using these strategies, we have ended up getting double the amount of people opening our emails, just over double the amount of people clicking through than prior to using all of these kind of strategies in an email campaign. Most people's emails are declining. Email rates are declining. When you start using Facebook strategies in an effective and in the right way, your email list will become more warm and more responsive. And obviously, the more people open your emails and the more people clicking on your links, the more people are going to your sales page and the more people are buying. So instead of me trying to go and sell you on this, let me tell you exactly what's inside of the training and what it can do for you. So first of all, that we teach you how to go and research your market so that you understand exactly what it is that they want, using the information that's available to us now that has never been available before as a result of Facebook. Because Facebook has enabled us to find out exactly who our customers are, what they like, the movies they like, their age, whether they work in a company, whether they're CEOs, whether they're employees, all this kind of information, and find out the specific language that they use when they're looking for solutions in your market. The second thing we teach you is how to position yourself in your market and send out the right message so that people listen to you, they follow you, and they trust your advice is really important, and there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And the way that you start off from the beginning decides the quality of traffic that you're going to get. Just because you put up the Facebook plugins doesn't mean that you're going to be successful unless you position yourself correctly from the word go. That's really important because in Facebook, like attracts like. It's important that you understand that because it's spreading virally. Because on Facebook, marketers know marketers, gardeners know gardeners, so on and so forth. So we want to focus so that we're getting buyers back into our funnel. And there's a way to go and do that, and we teach you how. We teach you how to structure your network to quickly and easily grow a responsive following of people who trust you and follow your advice. Most people get this embarrassingly wrong, and the beauty about this is that you don't need to go and start trying to add 100,000 people, as friends, etc., on Facebook to get the maximum reach. There's a way to do this whereby you target the right people, and by doing that, even with a small following, you can get your message out there to the masses and grow very, very quickly. The fourth stage of the course, you're now using your fan page strategies, and many that we teach that most people don't even know exist, building an engaged community of buyers and pulling in their network of friends. Because guess what? When one person, why this exploded so powerfully, is one person bought, okay? Then because he shared on Facebook, so his friends ended up coming in, joining my email list. They started subscribing to my videos. They joined my fan page. And when one of them went and said, hey, I love that video, then the next one said, yeah, it was really, really good. A conversation starts. And then the next one goes as well and joins and says, hey, I bought the product. It was awesome. Guess what? Do you think the other two are more likely to buy because they've seen somebody else who's already in there and is sharing their great experience from the other side of the fence? It's no longer the world of the unknown anymore. It's, wow, I've got somebody that I know, like, and trust is inside there. It's enormously powerful. The next thing that we teach you is the right content to go and share on your fan page, because you don't need to create all of your own. So where to go and find it, and what kind of content yourself that you should go and share too, that's going to warm up your fan base and your email list, and it's going to end up going and ethically influencing your people to go and buy your products. In the fifth stage that we teach you how to go and turn your community into raving friends who will end up promoting you for free, and how to tap into Facebook's own system to go and leverage that to get your message out to the masses in the best way possible, giving you literally like free advertising. We teach you, if you want to, how to go and use Facebook events and webinars. You don't have to do this, but for those that would want to, it's an option to go and build more trust with your community and make them 10 times more likely to buy from you, and how to go and lead people into the sale by building a great relationship with them and adding great value to them. In the 7th part of the course, we give you in-depth case studies, step by step, where we break down the most profitable and successful Facebook campaigns that we've gone and done, and we've also interviewed experts and also people who've started off from scratch and been really successful, because there's patterns to those success, and we give you practical step-by-step strategies that you can go and model easily right now in your business. Now, the important thing to understand is you don't need to do absolutely everything. Remember I said to you about Jane Savoy before? Look at this growth, okay, that she had. She didn't sit there and consume all of this in the space of 5 seconds. She took one strategy at a time, step by step, implemented one strategy, then she had growth, then she implemented another strategy, mastered that strategy, got really comfortable with it, and then had more growth. You don't need to do everything all at once. We've included inside of the training everything that you could possibly need to know about Facebook, at the same time that we've given a step-by-step progression so that people can just take a piece, master that piece, get results, and then take the next piece and get results, and so on and so forth. That's the way that we've gone and designed it. And it's the people that plod along like that and just take one piece at a time. Those are the ones that are successful. She does not have any technical skills. It's important to understand that. One thing that she did, took a piece and mastered it, implemented it, did it properly. Not sort of a half-baked job of trying to do 100,000 things, that most people try and do, one thing at a time. We also included in the program a 4-week coaching, 4 coaching sessions, whereby we go and do question and answer sessions so that we can guide you through the process. If you've got any questions, you've got the content from the videos and from the step-by-step trainings and the action guides. Anything you want to implement into your business and you want any feedback, you've got the benefit of myself and Ian. We've built a 7-figure business, and we coach the biggest, people in the world in various different industries, as well as, startups and medium-sized businesses. And they pay us a lot of money to go and give them feedback on their processes, and we're there to go and answer anyone's questions and literally guide you through the process and hold you by the hand. So we've added 4 group coaching sessions as well on webinars like this. And usually, by the way, we charge $497 for those sessions, and that's what people have been paying until now. We've included that in the package. We've included a special package for this promotion at a very, very special price as well. We also included a Facebook ads training for those of you that want to know about Facebook ads. And I interviewed 6 of the world's greatest experts in the world, people that are making millions, literally millions, from Facebook advertising, that are sharing incredible strategies. And one of the most powerful things that you can do with Facebook ads, you don't need to, but if you want to go that route, is to go and swipe your competition's customers from under their noses without them even realizing it using Facebook ads. The guy that you're looking at right now is a guy called Ryan Pamplin, who has made $5 million over the last 8 weeks just from using Facebook ads. He's done millions of dollars because he's gone and worked with some of the biggest brands in the world, and knows stuff about Facebook ads that nobody out there on the planet knows, or even that you could never know without doing so much testing. And he's worked out the formula that allows you to pay like 90% less for your Facebook ads. I'm talking about to be able to get targeted clicks from, for like 9 cents per click. We built an email list, at 9 cents per click to like 2,300 odd people in the space of just like a month, off of Facebook, and exploded our fan page and did fantastic sales in like a separate side campaign using these Facebook ad strategies. Another person who's been teaching on the Facebook ads videos is somebody called Jennifer Sheehan. She was actually the person who did our Facebook ads campaign. And in fact, this is actually one of the ads that she used to go and build out our email list of 2,300 in the space of just 4 weeks. And she teaches you what headlines you should use. Like, who would ever have thought to go and use a picture of 2 women having fun at a party to promote a social media training? But it worked, and it got massively high click-throughs. And the results of that traffic was incredible. She teaches you exactly which strategies that you need to know, how to angle your pictures, how to position your messages, and many more things. It's a great training. She's personally earning $1,800 per day just from using Facebook ads to go and promote other people's products as an affiliate marketer too. David Bullock is also one of the people who teaches the Facebook ads training. He's one of the most successful internet marketers in the world, world-renowned expert for his social media knowledge, to the point that he got called into the White House to Barack Obama's team to go present to them. And he teaches you the exact strategies he used to build a membership site of 5,000 people in the space of 1 month, just using Facebook ads, and turn it into a profitable business. We've also added 4 advanced webinar trainings, and they're all recorded. They're recorded trainings, and as well that we shared our best strategies, like literally that you could ever imagine on this. People have been blown away by this, and the content that we've gone to share, it's stuff that we've never gone to share before. And you know, the value of those training is, again, $497. And also that we've got an extra added bonus from David Bullock as well. He's contributed 7 recorded webinars where he teaches you how to keep your customers engaged all the way to the sale instead of losing them after the first contact like most people do. How to turn your best customers into enthusiastic salespeople who work for free. How to use social media tools to become the authority in your marketplace. And his content is amazing on this specific subject, to the point that he went from working with Stompernet all the way to getting himself straight up into the White House, and you know, lecturing to some of the world's biggest people in business by this specific blueprint that he's laid out, and his students have had incredible results with it as well. He teaches you how to access a mountain of website traffic without even knowing anything about PPC or SEO or anything, you know, any of that kind of stuff. The Web 2.0 etiquette as well, which is really important, because one of the biggest things, ironically, most people think it's about the technical details. It isn't. It's what's going on inside. Our approach, our attitude, and our approach is the most important thing. And once you grasp that, you avoid making the fatal mistakes that most people make in their marketing. Because the old school methods of advertising, those rules they don't apply anymore. This is 21st century. We're coming to the world year 2011, and Web 2.0 has changed everything. And he teaches you exactly how. Also teaches you how to get real-time customer satisfaction data, which you can use to go and improve your products and services without ever having to go and conduct surveys or anything like that. And it's great, great information. So I'm going to skip over to the next bonus as well. By the way, he usually goes and sells that for $794 as a standalone product. So one thing I want to tell you is that we've built this course. It's not like one of those get-rich-quick schemes. We've built the course to enable you to build a scalable and sustainable business today that allows you long-term, lasting financial freedom all the way into your future. We teach people to go and build a business. Crowd conversion is a marketing course, though, and that means that you're going to be getting onto Facebook and you're going to be actually doing stuff. Because having taught thousands of people, I can confidently tell you that the only people who end up getting results are the people that actually end up doing something with our training and taking immediate action. And immediate action is the key to the success. And like I said before, you don't need to be a web guru. You don't need to be a tech genius. I'm not a tech genius by any means. Jane Savoy, you know, she's by no means a tech genius either, or many of our other students who haven't been, and have been able to go and take advantage of this massive opportunity that has never been before, literally since the history of the internet, that's enabling us to go and take advantage of a market that is just waiting to go and be tapped into. So as a standalone, Crowd Conversion 3.0 Total Training is going to be sold as a standalone for $997. We sold a training with less information than is in Crowd Conversion earlier on in the year without our advanced training, and we were selling that for $997. The value of the Facebook ads training is going to be sold in the new year for $997 as a standalone. The group coaching webinar sessions where you get to go and ask your questions, the value of that is $497. We've added our advanced training, the 4 advanced training sessions as well, which the value of that is $497. David Bullock's social media training, his social media secret weapons, $794, usually sold as a standalone. The total value of this entire package sold together is sold separately is $3,782. Just for this promotional period right now, that we're selling it for a discount of 73% discount at $997, and that we've also included a 3-pay option so you can break up your payments into 3 payments over 3 months if you want to. So if you want to take advantage of this offer right now, if you go over to crowdconversion.com/Wilson, and you can see the offer there, and there's also an added bonus that we've given right now that we're coming up to the gift giving season, is the Christmas season, and you're able to go and have a study buddy, which means that you can give this gift worth over $3,700. You can gift one of your friends a place on the course and save yourself having to go and buy them a Christmas present. So you get basically 2 for the price of 1. So you get a place on the course, and you can also bring your study buddy along with. They can even come to the coaching sessions too and get their questions answered as well, which is a fantastic gift for a Christmas gift. We give 60 days, by the way, of unlimited email support as well, so you can ask questions in the email too. And that you're backed by a 100% money-back guarantee for 30 days. If you don't think this was worth 5 times your investment, you can just shoot us an email, risk-free, shoot us an email, and we'll give you an immediate refund. No questions asked, nothing to return. Again, the URL is crowdconversion.com/Wilson, and Wilson also is adding a bonus to help people get started. And he said to me, we had a conversation yesterday, and he said, you know, Robert, what can I give people that will really help people to get started and take advantage of the whole course and just benefit them greatly? So he's giving 3-month subscription to the North Social Startup Package, and he's going to give 5 months of free subscription where you've got all of those great plugins that we saw before that you could put on your fan page, the sign-up plugin, sweepstakes, you can run competitions on there, share videos, RSS feeds, Twitter feeds, and they created this, they created this basically for tech dummies, so that, a person who doesn't have any technical knowledge can just come and just drag and drop, click that button and have their custom tabs on their fan pages, selling their stuff as well. You can showcase your stuff there. You can sell your products and services and all that kind of stuff using their applications, and it's great. And Wilson is going to gift that to anybody who goes and buys the course today at crowdconversion.com/Wilson. Do you have any questions?
Robert, let me tell folks how I'm going to do that.
Sure.
The value of this is $99. Okay. The startup package costs $19.90 something a month.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is 6 weeks from now, I am going to send you a PayPal payment of $100. So 6 weeks from now, you will send me an email. Of course, 6 weeks because we want to make sure folks go through the refund period. I'm being open and honest with you. If you stay in the course, if you're going to use this stuff, I am going to personally send you $100 via PayPal, and that will cover the cost of a 5-month subscription for the North Social package. So if you want to start using the North Social stuff right now, you're going to have to pay for it yourself. But 5 months from now, you're going to get, 6 weeks from now, you're going to get a $100 PayPal payment directly from me, which is the equivalent of that cost for 5 months.
Can I just caveat that with one thing, that it's obviously on the condition that it's used for North Social for this specific purpose.
Right, absolutely, yeah. We want you to use it for North Social because, that's exactly what I want you to do, okay? I want you to use this stuff because it is going to shortcut your setup of your pages so quick. This is why I asked Robert, what is something that we can give people that will help them right away? And he said, the North Social stuff will help them. There's a cost there. So I said, okay, done. We'll get them started with that. So that's what I want you to use it for, okay?
Do we have any more questions? Wilson?
I don't see any more questions in the box related to the program.
Okay.
So thank you so much. This is a great presentation. A lot of folks still on the line. Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful to you. I know that I learned a lot when I first saw Robert's presentation, and I had to ask him to come and chat with my group, with my list, and just the little tidbits. I guarantee you, if you go ahead and watch this recording when I send it out, again and take notes. It's just going to be invaluable information for you. So even if you decide not to take them up on this offer, which I think it's a great offer, if you value the information, go ahead and watch the webinar recording again and take notes on the little things that he told you that add up to just a ton of potential traffic for you.
Okay.
Yeah, Roger says excellent content. Great stuff.
Thank you. I'd like everyone, if you would, to just go and rate the webinar as you found it, if you thought the value of it either low, medium, or high. If you type that into the chat. Wow, excellent content. Thank you.
Okay, lots of highs, lots of excellence. When the entire live presentations end, like the entire course, are the copies of the webinars available for people to download? The crowd conversion course?
The crowd conversion course is consisting of two things. One is videos that they can use whenever it is that they want. They've got access, lifetime access whenever it is that they want. The videos, action guides, audios, etc. The coaching webinars are recorded. If somebody can't make them, then they just go and they send in an email, and we'll go and answer their questions actually on the webinar itself. They are recorded, and then they're put up in the members section the next day, so they can access them, whenever it is that they want for the rest of however long they want to take. So people can pace themselves. The next coaching call is going to be next Tuesday, and it's going to be, we're going to have an advanced coaching. The advanced coaching is going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific, and then we've got like the regular coaching call, which is going to be really focused a lot on Q&A, helping people, especially people getting started, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be at 6 p.m. And we've got the rest of the calls are going to be in the new year. Let me see, crowd conversion. Oops. Let's see, crowdconversion.com/Wilson. So they're going to be in the new year. We've just added, we've got one of the world's biggest experts in permission-based email marketing coming in, speaking and answering questions. I think it's going to be the first Tuesday, after the new year. And they're going to be on Tuesdays, those calls. Let me just pause the video out here so I can get the dates up. Here we go. Dates are on the page. Where are they? Down by the bottom. Here we go. Okay, so the 14th of December is the next one. The second call is on the 4th of Jan. The third one is on the 11th of Jan. And the fourth one is on the 13th of January with our special guest speaker, who's one of the world's most successful email marketers. He's done like hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue from his email marketing. We're going to get him to speak. I apologize that I went really quickly through this session. Primarily it was because of time and being cut off, and I promised everybody, I promised you guys a lot of content, and I wanted to kind of give you what I promised to deliver. On the course, on the coaching calls, we go through much more slowly and at a much more kind of easier and slower pace to go and help people to just grasp the information. I don't usually go and teach this fast. Somebody asked me to repeat the dates of the presentations, of the calls. I've got them up on the screen so you can see. So Tuesday the 14th is next Tuesday. The second one will be Tuesday the 4th of January. The third one will be Tuesday the 11th of January. And the fourth one will be Thursday the 13th of January. Are these products sent via email? So the product you will be sent as soon as you sign up, that you'll get a login with your email, with your username and password, and that will gain you access into our training portal, and straight away that you'll have access to all the materials immediately. So let me just show you what that looks like. So our portal is at crowdconversion.net, and sorry, it's just taking a second to load up. My internet has been it's been playing up a little bit today. So you'll put in your username, you put in your password, you just click the login button, And straight away, you can go and access all of the trainings. We click over here on Crowd Conversion 3.0, and here's the access to all of the different videos, etc. And you can access them straight away. Will we have access to previous calls? Yes, you will. You'll have access to everything. In fact, there's even a bunch of bonuses in here in the back end that I didn't even mention, that you get extra bonuses on top of that as well. There's special bonuses. We've given like videos on copywriting from one of the world's greatest copywriters, how to present yourself best on video, video tips, all kinds of stuff. We give you a ton of extra bonuses as well. But the main thing that is important, obviously, is your core training, the Facebook business training, and for those of you that want, is the Facebook ads training as well. Any more questions? If there are any updates, will we get it or do we have to buy again? So for the next 8 weeks at least, any changes that happen or anything like that, we're going to be giving that away to everybody for free. Is it 8 weeks, Ian, or is it 6 weeks? Are you still on the call, Ian? That's to Ian.
We haven't actually set a specific date, but right now Facebook have been going through a lot of changes. So we're basically making sure that we're constantly updating our training. So they've just brought out a lot of new features that we're still introducing into our training. We don't basically put anything in the training that we haven't thoroughly tested ourselves first. So we're still in the testing process for a couple of things before we're going to be releasing those trainings. So you're going to get more modules as well that's included in this package. But we will be charging later on for updates, but not at the moment.
Does anyone have any further questions?
All right, folks, thank you very much, Robert and Ian. Thank you for taking the time to come and share this awesome information. Again, I urge the folks on the call to review the webinar again, especially the first part of it, where Robert just taught some amazing tips and tricks and to get you started and make sure that your Facebook business pages are done the correct way, and where he talked about the plugins and how to use them, etc. Just amazing information. Robert, thank you very much for sharing this amazing content. I hope folks that are interested in marketing on Facebook and using social media do take the advantage of this opportunity. So again, the bonus coming from me, folks, will come in 6 weeks as a way of a rebate for you purchasing the North Social tools, and you will receive $100 via PayPal from me to account for you purchasing the North Social packages that you will learn more about in the course. That will help you get started with your business pages very quickly. So, Robert, I'm seeing a lot of echoes of what I said here. Everybody, thanking you so much for doing this again, and we'll see you shortly.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Wilson. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.
Thanks, Ian. Bye-bye.